BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Japan's demographic crisis, a long-standing concern, has taken a curious turn, with a recent surge in births to non-Japanese mothers offering a fleeting glimpse of hope, yet simultaneously underscoring a persistent political and societal impasse. In 2024, a record-breaking number of over 22,000 babies were born to a specific segment of the population, marking a significant increase of approximately 3,000 from the previous year and a remarkable 50% jump over the past decade. This encouraging statistic, however, is tempered by a stark reality. None of these new lives were born to Japanese parents responding to the calls for larger families, often amplified by conservative male politicians. The joyous sounds echoing from maternity wards, predominantly from mothers hailing from China, Brazil, the Philippines, and Vietnam, serve as a poignant reminder of governments' protracted struggles to incentivize Japanese couples to embrace parenthood more readily. This development unfolds against a backdrop of increasingly visible demographic shifts. While births to Japanese parents saw a decline, with 686,000 babies born in the same period, a shortfall of 41,000 compared to 2023, Japan's foreign-born population is steadily approaching 4 million, representing 3.2% of the nation's 124 million inhabitants. This figure, once almost unimaginable, highlights a dramatic societal transformation over the past 10 years. The accelerating influx of foreign nationals is not a random occurrence but a deliberate response to pressing labor shortages, a reality acknowledged even by the late former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe 7 years ago, who, despite not being considered a liberal, recognized the necessity of welcoming more low-skilled workers. Consequently, non-Japanese faces have become an increasingly common sight, no longer a novelty in bustling urban centers but also appearing in once depopulated rural regions. Immigrants are now integral to the nation's workforce, filling roles in convenience stores, restaurants, factories, construction sites, agriculture, and fishing industries. The bygone characterization of Japan as a Sakoku nation, deliberately isolating itself and admitting only a select few foreign laborers, is demonstrably outdated. However, the national discourse surrounding immigration remains locked in familiar patterns, often ignited by shifts in the political landscape. The recent election of Sensito, a minor right-wing party, to a more prominent position in the upper house, propelled by its Japan First platform, has amplified these tensions. While Sensito's increased presence, now holding 15 seats in the 248-seat chamber and an additional 3 in the more influential lower house, might prove ephemeral as voters revert to mainstream parties, its rise has undeniably set the tone for immigration debates. Major political factions, including those on the center-left, have voiced apprehension regarding the influx of foreign workers. The ruling Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, has pledged to eradicate illegal immigration entirely and to foster greater integration among guest workers. This sentiment was echoed during the LDP's recent leadership contest, where the eventual winner, Sanae Takaichi, launched her campaign with sharp criticisms of foreign tourists, unsubstantiated claims of witnessing a visitor harming Nara's sacred deer, despite her parliamentary representation in the region. Politicians across the spectrum have seized upon unsubstantiated narratives, suggesting that foreign migrants are displacing Japanese workers and exhibiting a higher propensity for criminal activity, claims consistently lacking empirical evidence. The public debate occasionally devolves into xenophobia, as seen in Kawaguchi, near Tokyo, where the Kurdish community has been subjected to hate speech and misinformation. In a striking instance, authorities in 4 regional cities were compelled to issue clarifications, assuring the public that a recently cancelled friendship initiative with African nations would not result in an uncontrolled migration of workers from Mozambique, Nigeria, Ghana, and Tanzania. At a Hokkaido ski resort, local residents are actively protesting plans to construct accommodation for over 1,000 seasonal workers, many of whom are foreign, recruited to bolster the tourism and construction sectors. Despite these vocal oppositions and political posturing, signs suggest that economic imperatives will ultimately outweigh rhetoric. Migration is poised to accelerate, with projections indicating that foreigners could constitute over 10% of Japan's population within 15 years, a projection significantly ahead of earlier forecasts. This prospect would undoubtedly be welcomed by